Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Destiny. Today we are here doing a vault update video. Alright, we are here in the tower, as you guys can see. And I'm just going to be showing you guys really my vault. I mean, that's clearly what this is. It's a vault update video. It's basic, you know. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys what I've collected over the past, like, 3 years and shit. And I'm obviously going to collect some more stuff that I don't want to really get rid of. It's pretty much like I'm hoarding, like, a whole bunch of stuff. And there's not enough space, like, at all. I'm going to mostly focus on weapons, but you guys will see some other things as well, like gear sets that I like, and I mean, I kind of only really like one, to be honest, but either way. Alright guys, so with the addition of, obviously, the raids coming back, and of course we have the Fatebringer, we have Atheon's Epilogue, of course we have Vision of Confluence, and all these really cool raid weapons, you know, coming back from all the previous raids. Of course, the Fatebringer is the most important one. I have the legendary version. I've been blessed with it. I've also got the Imago Loop version as well, which I've been blessed with before the update came out, which is pretty insane. Either way, alright, I'm just going to be showing you guys what I have for exotics and, you know, what I've really held on to in terms of legendaries over the past 3 years. So let's go ahead and get into it, alright? There's not really, you know, too many important ones here that I have in my inventory. They're mostly all in the vault. That's where I really hoard them all, you know, in terms of over the past 3 years and everything. So we have Clever Dragon and, you know, Palindrome. That was actually sold last week. We have a few other ones as well. Of course, Touch of Malice. I held on to that one. I actually have the ornament for that one, which is pretty cool. Turns it pink, which is pretty nifty. But either way, everybody, everything else here is pretty basic, including this Year 1 Icebreaker, which, by the way, I've yet to get the Year 3 version. And I would be a very happy boy if I could get that tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and record on my Nightfalls and do a video, maybe even a series on that. If I don't get it tomorrow, which most likely I won't, maybe you guys will see weekly Nightfall results or something. I've never done that before, but maybe if you guys would be interested in watching me kill myself over and over again trying to get the Icebreaker, then I will definitely provide you with that footage, and you can entertain yourselves for hours. Other than that, of course, we have exotic swords, you know, Young Wolf's Howl, and, of course, Dark Drinker, and the Boltcaster, and, of course, the Raised Lighter is on another character. We have Hunger of Crota, which is obviously the new version. I mean, it's the same thing, but it's the new version. Corrective Measure, my favorite machine gun in the entire game. We have other things here like Swordbreaker, which is really cool. I held on to all the previous versions of these, but once I got the new versions, I deleted them all. What's the point of having two versions of them, especially if this one's more powerful? Of course, we have like Found Verdict, Party Crasher, which is just really old at this point. I got that a long time ago. Unraveling Thrid, that's the trial shotgun for when I want to sweat my balls off. Of course, we have the Iron Wreath, which is just extremely fucking stupid in the Crucible, as is all sidearms. Of course, we have Gallahorn, other primaries here as well. We have some gear sets, Trials gear, Flawless gear with like the ornaments on them, which is pretty cool. So those are pretty much my gear sets. We have all these really weird random artifacts here as well, which I like the grayscale lance. I don't know about you guys, but I like seeing this in grayscale, and it's fucking sick. It really is. But it confuses the shit out of me, so I usually, you know, don't wear it. But either way, let's go ahead and check out the vault here, okay? So we're just going to go through the first weapons we have here. Of course, we have Gillian's Demise. Hey, Jay, what's up? So we have Gillian's Demise here. We have the Scout Rifle from Year 1. I believe this was after Dark Below, and this was actually the Scout Rifle that you could buy from Iron Banner. It was basically a Fatebringer roll, which is actually why I ended up buying it. Again, we have some old snipers here. We have the Longbow. We actually used to have Final Round on it, which was pretty OP back in the day. It's still called Final Round, but now it only does it with precision damage, which is a bit weaker, but it was pretty broken back in the day, so I understand why they changed it. We have the Messenger, again, from House of Wolves. All these exotic, or not exotic, but they're legendaries, but with, like, the burn on them, I guess. That's what I was kind of going for, the Adept. And they sort of veered away from that, you know, with the legendaries and the burns and everything. They just went with the exotics this time around, which I understand why they did it, you know, because it was pretty OP having, like, a solar legendary primary and then having like the Gallahorn on. It's pretty dumb. So I understand why they, you know, veered away from that, and I'm glad they did to an extent, because it made things pretty freaking easy. We have the LDR, again, with a really good roll on it. 170 attack, unfortunately, you can't infuse that up. We have the Murmur, which a lot of people don't really remember this gun. This is from Dark Below, one of the quest lines. This fusion rifle can actually switch between solar and arc damage, which is pretty fucking cool. If you guys didn't know that, and if you guys want to pick one up, make sure you guys go ahead and pick up that Dark Below quest in the Abandoned Quest line. You can probably get your hands on one again. We have Joeller's Hammer, again, a Year 1 Dark Below machine gun from Iron Banner. Very similar to the Corrective Measure. We have Black Hammer. Again, this has not made a return in the new Crota's End raid, unfortunately, but again, I understand why. And this was an insane weapon. It really was. Of course, we have the exotic version now with this black spindle, and that made things a lot more balanced, taking up an exotic slot. And it doesn't just pull ammo from nowhere. It actually comes from your reserves now, which makes sense. Makes more sense than it did at the time, but it was very useful. We have Boolean Gemini. I've never really used this thing. I never really found the use for it at all. I don't really like it. It was a Taken King exotic. Like the Wolves of Mars, I think, is what the quest line was called. We have the Stranger's Rifle, previously a blue. When I believe the Taken King came out, you could upgrade it to a legendary. So it's pretty cool, but again, stuck at 170. So we have Darkblade Spite. I don't really use this, but it's from the Darkblade strike. I mean, it's exclusive. I kind of like the look of it. It's pretty cool, and I just sort of held on to it. Again, I don't know why, but I think it's kind of cool looking. I accidentally went to the next page. We have Fellwinter's Lie with, now we have Luck in the Chamber and Close and or Personal. Before it was Luck in the Chamber and Shot Package, and it was fucking stupid. There's no other way to put it. This was fucking ridiculous. It basically one-hit anybody in a Crucible within a 70-meter range, at least. I'm probably exaggerating, but I'm believing Jay die in the background repeatedly, so that's nice to know. We have Timur's Lash, again, a Year 1 Iron Banner hand cannon. I'm not sure why I keep so much Iron Banner stuff, but I kind of like them, they're pretty cool. We have Third Eye and Outlaw on that one. We have Ace of Spades, exclusive Hunter class weapon from the Gunsmith, I believe, if I remember my shit correctly, which I'm not sure if I do, to be honest, but I think I do. I never really used that. We have Apple of Discord. I believe that was the one for the Taken King quest, like completing that or something. I don't know why I held on to it. I just did. The First Curse, sort of like the last words, baby brother, I guess, if you will, or big brother. I don't know, whatever way you want to look at it. It's pretty bad, so don't really use it. We have the Chaperone. Again, this was a what's her name? The ship lady. Amanda Holiday. Thank you, Jay. Alright. Amanda Holiday quest. Yeah, the Chaperone. We had to play the Crucible for this. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Anyway, we have the Hothead, which was actually for completing the Crucible questline. That long, tedious Crucible questline in the Taken King. We got the Hothead. And I actually kept mine. Not a lot of people have, but I kept mine. I think that's a pretty cool launcher. It's sort of like a Dragon's Breath, but a legendary version of it. But it doesn't have the Dragon's Breath perk. Either way, it's kind of cool to look at it. It's fully red. We have the Inward Lamp, which is actually the Trial Scout rifle, I believe between Year 1 and 2. Or after, like, between 2 and 3, I'm thinking. Anyways, we have the Inward Lamp. That's what that is. Alright, we have Full Auto and Outlaw, which is pretty ridiculous, to be honest. I don't really use it, though. Again, none of these first page weapons I really ever use. And by the way, I'm not going to sit here and go over them constantly over and over again, because it's just going to get ridiculous. We have Iron Banner weapons. Again, the Fusion Rifle. We have the Shotgun here, Dedry's Retort. We have Treads Upon Stars. That was before Vision of Confluence came out. I actually got a pretty good one right here with Triple Tap and Hidden Hand. So that's pretty alright. We have No Time to Explain. That was a quest line for, I don't know, something. It was back in the Taken King. It's basically the Stranger's Rifle. You had to like kill Atheon or, I don't know, something. It looks pretty cool. It really does. No Time to Explain. Anywho, moving on to the next weapon here, we have the Water Star, which was, again, between 2 and 3. After the Taken King, this was the Trials Adept hand cannon that you get from the Lighthouse. I went flawless plenty of times, I believe 21 to be exact. I've gotten a lot of weapons from it. Thank you, Jay, by the way. Because I couldn't have done Flawless ever without you. So, we have the Longbow from Taken King. Telesto, again, this thing just stays in the vault and collects dust. This thing is bad in terms of, exotics and taking up an exotic slot. It's not good. We have some legendary swords as well. The Arc Idge. We have the Dread Fang, which is the Taken sword, actually, from the April update. Of course, we have the Susano, which I believe is the Warlock legendary, I think. We have the Trespasser. We have the AS Luna. Not a very good one, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. It's an AS Luna. It pretty much is a Hawkmoon. We have the Tlaloc, which I never really use. I should use it more often because it's a really good gunsmith exotic for the Warlock. It's actually one of the best exotics for the Warlock, actually, in my personal opinion, but I don't really show it too much love, and I should. It's pretty good in the Crucible, so maybe I'll dig it out. Nerwin's Mercy, again, an Iron Banner pulse rifle. We have Her Fury, which was actually the Taken King sniper rifle from the Queen, from like the Prison of Elders and stuff. So we have the Year 1 Galahorn, which stops at 170 attack, but I don't know why I kept it, because I now obviously have more Galahorns. It's like nostalgia purposes, Just keep that in there and you're good to go. We have Fabian Strategy, which is the exotic Titan class, exotic for the gunsmith. We have the Jade Rabbit, again, PlayStation exclusive. I'm pretty sure the Xbox users still don't have that. We have more. We have Finellis at Pearl. That's Iron Banner as well. We have Vestian Dynasty. That's a House of Wolves sidearm. We have Hereafter. That's a Taken King sniper rifle, as you guys can see. The Laughing Heart. That's a Rise of Iron legendary sniper rifle from the Iron Banner, I believe. Doctrine of Passing Adept. That is obviously a Taken King Trials auto rifle. I mean, you guys can just see, to be honest. We have Saturn Rapier. More palindromes. We have a few, actually. We have the Shadow Price, which was... I was happy to get the Shadow Price back. I really was. I thought that it was a good bring back from Year 1, because unfortunately I have a Shadow Price on my Xbox account, but I wasn't on PS4 when they stopped selling the Shadow Price. So I was glad they brought it back and I was able to get my hands on one. The Proud Spire shotgun. That was the Iron Banner shotgun. Grasp of Malik. I farmed a lot for this to try to get a good roll on this, and this is probably the best one that I've got, which was Third Eye and Outlaw, which is not really that great considering you can get the body shots do something to the precision damage. I don't know what the fuck it's called. We have the Kvashtov. We have a full auto Hawksaw, and yeah, the perk that I was talking about there was Headseeker. By the way, you guys can't hear Jay, but he's basically coaching me right now on what's good in Destiny, and I thank you for that, because I've forgotten a lot. We have the Red Spectre. We have the Unbent Tree. Universal Remote, which they nerfed the shit of, and they always only have 3 rounds in the magazine, which is just ridiculous. I don't know why they did it so badly, but a Mobius for the Titan class. That's a pretty good shotgun for when you're running the bubble cheese inside of the Crucible. We have Saladin's Vigil, the Year 1 Fatebringer. Again, I haven't deleted this. We have the Hung Jury, which is a very good Dead Orbit Scout Rifle. That is legendary. That was from Taken King. I believe it was the first one that he sold. And it actually has Firefly and Triple Tap on it. And it's so, so good. And I've kept one over the last couple of years. Well, 2 years. Going on 2 years, I guess. Anyways, I kept one. And I'm very glad that I did, because I actually use this weapon quite a lot. Next weapon down, shout out to Larry, we have the Nifty Biscuit. Alright? This is a rare hand cannon that you cannot get anymore, unfortunately, and is the best hand cannon in the game in terms of what its name is. It's called the Nifty Biscuit. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. And also, we actually did a trials run with the Nifty Biscuit, and Jay got a couple of kills, which was... it's a fun fact. I should have recorded it. I regret it. Maybe we'll do it again. I don't know. Next one, we have the Distant Star. Again, Scout Rifle from the new Iron Banner. We have Hawkmoon, of course. We have Chaos Dogma. We have the Abradon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or Abaddon. That's the Solar Thunderlord. We have, of course, the Thunderlord. We have the Genesis Chain. We have Exile's Student Adept, which is, again, a Trials hand cannon from the Lighthouse. We have the Zalo Supercell. We also have the Clever Dragon. We have another Palindrome. We have the Oversoul Edict. We have the Lingering Song. We We have another Shadow Brights, because I actually think this one's better. I haven't really chosen what one to delete yet, but pretty sure that's a pretty easy choice right there. We have the Last Word, we have the Outbreak Prime, we have the Angel's Advocate with Firefly and Outlaw. Moving on to the last page of here, where it's all very important stuff, alright? So, and very new stuff, too. Alright, we have the Branded Lord, Fusion Rifle, not really that good. Stellar Vestige, Trials, Fusion Rifle, again, not really that good. We have the Thorn, the good old Thorn. You guys love that. The How Dare You, this is actually a pretty good hand cannon that I got. I haven't used it yet, but I think that I will probably pull it out soon, because it's actually not a bad roll. We also have the Lord High Fixer, which Jay seemed to be jealous of when I got. The 1,000-Yard Stare, we have the Villainy, which was actually a pulse rifle from the future War Cult, alright, back in Taken King. And I actually did a video on it, guys. So if you guys missed the video, well, it sucks for you. If you guys caught the video and were able to buy it in time, well, you're welcome. We also have Sura's Regime here. We have Monte Carlo. We have a couple of Devil You Knows, which again was the Year 1 hand cannon that you could get before the Dark Below came out and the vendors reset. Again, it came back with Taken King. I was very happy that it did. And I managed to bag myself with a couple of pretty good rolls. I can't talk very well. I'm sorry. Vision Stone Adept, again from the Lighthouse. Burning Eye Adept, which is a very, very good scout rifle. Possibly the best scout rifle in the game, in my opinion. Even for PvE, it's really good in like the raid, in Axis Raid, or whatever you want to call it. Wrath of the Machine, that's what it's called. This is a very good scout rifle with the explosive rounds, of course. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it. And, of course, Blind Perdition. I haven't been able to get the Adept version of this yet, unfortunately, but it's definitely a very good weapon. We have the Proud Spire. We have the Hard Silence of Yarn, which I actually just got over this past week when the Oryx new raid came out. And moving on to some more exotics, we have Bad Juju. We have Red Death. We have the No Land Beyond, which I've gotten somewhat decent with, but I still pretty much suck massive cock at. Winter's End, we have Ex Machina, which I get corrected on the pronunciation of that every fucking time I say it. Either way. We have the Ill Will. We have the Winged Word, which is a Trials sniper, which I just got over this past weekend. I never got it before in my life, and now I have 2 of them, which I'm grateful for. Now, moving on to the exotics that are exclusive to the new raids that have come out. Not really the new ones, but the remastered ones, I guess. So, with Crota, we were able to actually bag ourselves every single exotic for Crota. We have the Abyss Defiant, we have the Fang of Ute, we have the Oversoul Edict, we have the Word of Crota, and of course we have the Necrochasm. Now with VOG, we were able to bag everything except for the Adept version of the Atheon's Epilogue. So we have Prae's Timepiece, we have Vision of Confluence, and we have the Fatebringer, and of course we actually have the Vex Mythoclast as well. But you don't need to get in the challenge mode, just to make that clear, alright? But I did anyways, so I was just lucky. We have, again, Smite of Moraine. This is all from the new Oryx raid. We have the Smite of Moraine here. We actually have the Doom of Chelsis, and we actually have the Zalu's Bane. Shitty hand cannon, not too horrible. I mean, people give it shit a lot of the time, and I don't really blame it, to be honest. Like it's pretty bad, to be fair. But other than that, you know, you can get by it. I mean, it has a very slow reload time, but I guess that's why you have Cocoon. You can store it and, you know, reload it that way. And, of course, the Anguish of Dristan, which is a really crappy auto rifle. So I'm just keeping it because it's an exotic. I might actually go ahead and delete it, but I just want to, you know, it's for the Vault video. And that's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, you've pushed me off the map multiple times, haven't you? Alright, everybody. Well, everything else is on my other characters, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Hunter and then to my Titan and show you guys a few more things that I want to show you in terms of what I have in terms of weapons and stuff like that. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we made it to my Hunter, and there's just a few things that I want to show you guys here, but nothing really too dramatic. We actually have the Fever and Remedy hand cannon from the Wrath of the Machine raid, which is actually a pretty good hand cannon. Not a lot of people like it. I actually tend to adore it. It's actually really good. I don't know why I adore it. That's fucking ridiculous. Why did I say adore? I have no idea. Either way, we have Fever and Remedy. We have Ex Machina, another element. You know, we have the solar one here. Still Piercer, that's the Hunter exclusive for the Gunsmith. Here's the Black Spindle that I was talking about. Of course, this is the Black Hammer, now upgraded into an exotic and balanced a lot more. The Song of Ute, new Crota machine gun, obviously not new, but, you know, remastered. We have the Raised Lighter here, we have Nemesis Star actually as well. You guys can go ahead and take a look at my gear sets that I have as well. You just take a look at all the arms. You'll probably recognize them. If not, shoot me a question in the comment section below. I'll try to answer it as best to my ability. I'm apparently no longer in the party, or no, I'm the party owner. So that's nice to know. Alright, so we actually have the leg armor here, Tireless Striders. This was from Crota's End. I was actually very happy to get it because I think they look really good on the Hunter. I didn't actually apply the ornament yet, just because I really haven't been wanting to be honest. I like the VOG gear more, so I'm waiting until I get VOG sets for each character, and then I'm going to apply the ornament there. We have some cloaks here as well. You guys can go ahead and check those out. And of course, the artifacts here as well. I'm going to go over and switch to my Titan. I'm not actually sure if there's anything over there, but if there is, we will be back and we will be on him. Alright? Or her, rather. All my characters are female. Don't judge me. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, we have made it to my Titan here, and as you guys can see, I have some really good legendary versions of the Adept weapons here on my Titan. Okay? They're basically the same versions of those weapons, just without the elemental burn, which is a lot better for other activities, you know, especially the raids. You don't really need the burn in the raids. You know, if you want to use the burn, use it in a Nightfall or Weekly Strike with the burn active. Other than that, it's not really used for too much. I actually prefer the legendary versions because then I could use my exotic slot on something else. So we have the Vision of Confluence, we have the Abyss Defiant, we have the Steel Medulla, Praetor's Timepiece, another Unbent Tree here, Fang of Ute, another Fatebringer Adept. I haven't really decided why I didn't delete that yet. Another Ex Machina. We have 3 versions of those. One Void, one Solar, one Arc. I don't really know why I kept one of them. I prefer the sniper rifle. I think that it's a very good sniper rifle, and that's why I kept one of each element. I don't know. Call me stupid. We have Conspiracy Theory D, which is actually the quest shotgun that you can get from like all the way back in Taken King. It's a very good shotgun, actually. Not a lot of people know that it was actually really good, and it definitely carries quite a bit in Crucible even. Like, it's actually a really good shotgun. We have Praetorian Foil, which took me forever to get in Year 1, but I got in the first week here in VOG. We have Praetor's Revenge, one of my favorite sniper rifles in the game. Again, VOG. We have the Binding Blaze, Patience and Time. Also, we have the Last Ditch 001, otherwise known as You Don't Have a Matador Yet. We have the Two to the Morgue. We have, that's it. I guess that's it for specials. We have Sleeper's Simulant. We have the Soul Age Legendary sword here. Like I said, I just kept all of those. I don't really know why. I don't really use them, but, I mean, might as well keep them just in case I want to use another exotic and still have a sword. We harrowed Ilium's Frenzy. That was hard to say. The Nova Mortis, which is the Void Thunderlord, actually. We have the Iron Gallahorn, the Truth, the Tamarind, and we have Ghost Shells, the Ascendant Shell. One of my favorite ones is the Crota's End Shell. And again, more armor. Alright, so go ahead and check it out there. And there on the arms as well. Again, if you guys have a question about what any of these are, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll try to answer it for you. Twilight Garrison here, and again, rest of the chest plates, the boots, those are Crota's End boots. We have the marks. This is actually personally my favorite mark, the Mark of the Nexus. I think that it's a really cool mark, and not a lot of people run it on their Titan. I think that it's really cool. And again, artifacts. But that's pretty much it, everybody. I know it was probably more of like a bigger video than you guys wanted to watch, but I tried to get it all done as fast as I possibly could. I have a big vault, alright? Sue me. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you guys want to see more, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. And when the raid comes out tomorrow, and you know, if you guys want to see my quest to the Icebreaker, and maybe at the end of Destiny 1's life cycle, like when Destiny 2 is about to come out, I'll do another update video on the vault and show you guys what I have in total surrounding Destiny, you know, because obviously Destiny 2 will be out at that time, so I'm not going to really be playing this game at all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.